I'm going to start with the word part of practice for you, since that might be a little more behind in your memories. I'm going to start with the harder stuff. There's going to be some really basic stuff like change this font size to the particular size. I'll do the pieces that maybe that aren't as fresh or maybe not in the textbook, but we did cover. And since we're covering them here, I can call them. You should be ready for them. So, I'm going to start with a blank PowerPoint, a blank Word, and then going to walk you through some of the harder things. So let's start with a blank Word document. The new one, I'm not going to show you that. New Word document. And you'll be given a Word document. It will contain instructions. So you'll be given a Word document with multiple things in there. And some of the things you'll be asked to do, like a typical document that you're doing, will be apply a design template. And apply some color scheme. Or modify the color scheme. That'd probably modify the existing colors. And what else with a theme? And we'll apply a page color and apply a watermark and a page border. All right, let's go through those things and then we'll have more to do. So design template. How do you apply design template? Well, we go to design ribbon. Under the design ribbon, lots of things here. This is your template. Remember, the template is a mixture of fonts and colors and styles. So if we want to just pick a style, you'll be given a name of a template. So let's pick a template. Oh, I like that one. What is that one? Let's try shaded. So apply design template named shaded. I found that up there. Remember, you hover over it to see the name of it. It'd be nice if they actually showed the names. And you hover, you can see the effects of it. You don't see any major effect until I chose something that went with a title. I would see the big title. Now suppose I don't want the default color scheme that came with that, and I should be giving you a name of a color scheme, but let's see what color schemes we have available here. Let's see. Orange, red. Let's choose something interesting. Let's see. Office 2000. Let's try orange. Feeling orange today. Color scheme orange. So given the name of a color scheme, do you see the names? Yeah, you do see the names. You can find it right away. You don't have to go hover to see the name of those. Now, we can apply paragraph spacing for the default spacings of everything. We can apply effects. We don't know about effects. Not going to worry about that. Let's look at these things way on the right. These things, since they're there, should be easy enough for you to find them. And one of them is page color. Come here, choose a page color. You'll be given a color, and let's choose a light color. Let's try a, well, if I choose annoying yellow, that would be horrible. I wonder what that would look like on a printout. Let's just choose a light gray. Remember with page colors that if you actually try to print it out, it will be likely not very good quality, and it will be a big load on your toner of your printer. So don't use page color. I recommend if you are planning on printing a hard copy, it's much better to buy a page of paper of that color because printers never get it right. There's little streaks and things. Unless you have a perfect, very expensive printer, you're likely not going to be satisfied with the page color. But let's apply a watermark just since we're up here, and that's easy enough thing to do. Let's choose a particular watermark. These are built in. Let's see if I can do a custom watermark with my name in it. Let's try custom watermark. No watermark. Let's try text watermark. Can I choose my text? There's my text. Can I type my text? Let's see if I can type that. Let's try. John Smart. Look at that. I have a watermark. I can barely see it. Don't worry if you can't see it. I'll be able to tell whether there's a watermark applied by seeing the watermark. custom. And I suppose you can even change the color of your watermark. Page border. This is something we definitely did do in the project. And let's see what options we have, and you will be given the options. Let's see what options are available. Page border. I can choose the style. Let's go ahead and go with box border. If you're not given the specific type of border, just choose box. It's probably the safest. If given a color of it, we could choose the color here, either from the theme or from a standard color. I can choose the width of my border, or I can actually choose an artsy border. In the book they chose just a boring dashed border, but notice you can choose crazy artsy borders. If it's black and white in the artsy, it will take on the color up above. If in the artsy it doesn't have black and white but is actually a colored border, I think it will override the colors. Oh, there we go. If I choose that one, or one of the other colored ones that shows up, I think it ignores the colors you had initially chosen and applies whatever the artsy. And I see how the color now is grayed out for that particular choice of an artsy border. So some of them are colorable, like these down here. If they're black and white, then I can choose a color for them. If they're black and white here, the color should apply. So let's choose an interesting one, and let's not make it too wide. Let's adjust the width of it down to maybe 8 point. I won't see the border until I click OK, and voila, I have page borders. So design, be ready to modify anything here on the design. Remember, that's where borders, colors, and watermarks are. All right, let's do a few more things now. Let's go to some paragraphs. Let's make a few test paragraphs, and then we'll apply some formatting to it. So this paragraph needs, let's make it exactly 41 point line spacing. I'm going to make it a longer paragraph by copying that line and pasting multiple times. Now let's apply 41 point spacing to this paragraph. Where would I find that? Over here in the Home tab. In the paragraphs, let's see, what do I have for spacing? Right here is spacing. I can go to line spacing options here. I don't have 41 points listed here, so I need to go to my line spacing options. And look what it brings up, the dialog for paragraphs. I could just as well have gone right to that little guy right there and view my spacing options. And here they are, right here, line spacing. And I gave you a little clue here. I said exactly what's available here in my line spacing. Oh look, the word exactly. And now when I choose exactly, I can choose my points right there, and I was given 41. So I can use the spinner to go up to 41 or type 41, and I think it automatically becomes points. I think if I click off of it. It didn't put PT there, but I'm pretty sure that that's 41 points. If I put PT, I think I'll just make sure. Oh, I guess 41 points. Yeah, there's my 41 points. I can always come back to that by going to my paragraph options, and I see 41 right there. I can add, let's do another paragraph. And let's do this paragraph. Put a first line indent of 0.9 inches. And I'll just make it a long paragraph so I can tell that the first line has applied to it. Copy and paste just to make it a long paragraph. How do I do that? That's definitely, let's see. Oh, there's a couple ways to do that. I could grab this little caret up here and try to move it Sadly, it doesn't tell me where I am on that first line indent. It just jumps, doesn't tell me what the value is. So this gets me close, but it doesn't give me the 0.9. I got to go to my dialog, paragraph settings dialog, and in there I can see my line spacing, first line. Where's my first line? There it is. There's my first line spacing, first line, and here I can type in exactly 0.9 or just 0.9 and OK. Now I have line spacing exactly at 0.9. I can always come back to here and see that it is 0.9 inches. So the line spacing, if it were just a standard like ½ inch, I could just grab the caret and that takes me to the ½ inch. Just to make it a little more challenging, I gave you an exact number, forcing you to go to the dialog to type in that exact number right there, 0.9. Now let's do another thing that's not so obvious. There may be some easy things there, like make this bold, italicize. I'm going to leave it up to you to know how to do any of this. Alignment, if you're given some alignment. Let's do something a little more interesting. Custom bullets for items below. And again, you will be given the text with a lot of this in there already, so you won't be doing a lot of typings. Item 2, you'll be given a bulleted list. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bullet that list, and then you'll be asked to give a custom bullet. How do I do a custom bullet? Well, I go to my paragraphs that are bulleted, and remember this little custom bullet right here, I can adjust what the bullet is. Now you can actually go to a new bullet and choose a symbol from your symbol table and pick a symbol, but you already have some custom bullets listed there, such as I think these four I think are already there: the check mark, the chevron, or the little diamond or grid. So know how to choose a custom bullet. And then you will also be given a paragraph with some tabs. Item, let's tab in a couple tabs. Item 1, tab, item 2, tab, item 3. With some tabs, you'll have some items in. Well, first thing we'll do is add a tab at 2 inches. How do I add a tab at 2 inches? Again, there's multiple ways. The easy way is to just click on the ruler, and the default tab is a left aligned tab, and I just click on the 2, right below the 2, right there, the little gray right below the 2, and I have a left tab. Now, why didn't that get applied to the paragraph I'm in? I forgot to select the paragraphs I wanted to put the tabs in. So I'm going to drag that away and select my paragraphs. Now add the tab. And now those paragraphs have the tabs added to them. Remember, a tab goes with the paragraph that you're in. Okay? So you have to select them, then add. Now, because I'm going to ask you to do extra things, such as dotted leaders on my tabs, this forces me to go to the special tab, custom tab marks that a lot of people don't know about, but it's very helpful to know. Again, I have to select my paragraphs I'm going to want to modify. Now I go to my paragraph settings. In there, I go to the tabs button. This lets me modify the tabs that are there. I could add tabs at different locations. For this tab, I have to select it and choose to make that dotted leader. I can adjust my alignment of that particular tab and also change the leader on that tab. And watch what happens when I click OK. The dotted leader appears for the 2-inch tab. The default 1/2-inch tab that came here, I can't modify that because it's just built in. I can modify the custom tabs. So remember how I go to their paragraph settings, tabs button. That lets me modify my tabs. I can move or add more tabs. I can clear my tabs there as well. Now you will be given a paragraph. Go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and insert a section breaks. And then another section break. I will probably have these here for you, but let's go ahead and give you practice at putting them in here. Section break. I can insert a section break by going to not insert. Insert only gives me page breaks. I can go to layout and insert a section break. We call it a continuous section break. There's a continuous section break there. And let's put a continuous section break here as well. Break, continuous. See how there's multiple types of section breaks. A continuous section break. Now in between there, we'll have some text for you. So it'll say something like this: make this paragraph, this section, to have multiple columns. And I'm going to put a paragraph. I'm going to make this a long paragraph by copying it and pasting that into a, oh, why did it make it a whole paragraph? I want just the line. Copy. There. It's going to be one paragraph. I want to see multiple columns applied to this section. This is something that the book didn't show you, but it's easy enough to figure out based on my layout, and there's a column setting right there. Let's go ahead and change it to 3 columns. Everything in between that section, everything in that section will have 3 columns. Yes? Show me that again? Okay, so I have a section. To make 3 columns, all I have to do is be in that section, go to the layout, and change my columns right here. And that section will automatically have 3 columns. A pretty cool effect to know. After that section, I'm back to normal 1 column. So inside a section, I can simply go to layout, change my number of columns. The default is 1 column. But sometimes it's really handy, especially if you're doing a magazine type article. You can simply go to that section, and that will make that a multiple column section. And because I have a section break after that, this is back to normal text. So everything here is back to 1 column because it's a separate section. That's a nice thing to know. And of course I misspelled columns. Can I correct that everywhere? Let's search columns. I guess I have to do my spell checking everywhere and fix that. So multiple columns with section breaks. Okay, now you've done some of the harder things that you may be asked to do on the midterm. I'm not going to guarantee that everything is going to be on here. There will be more really basic stuff, such as, just for fun, something basic like, apply a paragraph style to this paragraph. Let's go to a paragraph and we'll choose a paragraph style. So you'll be given some instruction, given some paragraph style. How would I do that? Back in my home tab, I could apply any of these styles to any paragraph I'm in. And remember, the style only applies to the paragraph I'm in when I'm here. So let's choose a something interesting. That would be a heading 1 style, heading 2 style, a title, subtitle, subtle emphasis. Some of them, it's surprising they don't have any effect. Others, they do have a visible effect, such as intense. You think intense would be more intense than that. So as you hover over the style, you will see the effect of it. So this would be heading 1 style applied to that paragraph. I'm not going to ask you to create a style, although you have some cool possibilities there. I would have you apply a style that's obvious you found how to do it. Something like this that's supposed to be intense but really doesn't show anything. That one is more indicative of, yes, I can tell you applied a style to that. And don't make the mistake of applying the style to the entire document. Just apply it to the paragraph that says a particular style. All right, let's do one of the last things that very good to know. Given a book, some book information, given a web page, insert a citation, and then bibliography at the end. All right, so a citation here, bibliography at the end of the document. And let's pick a website. Let's go www.emmaus.edu. October 11, 2023 is when I visited it. It was created, let's make up a date, January 1, 2022. The name of the organization is Emmaus Bible College. All right, so given that information, we'll put the citation. Well, how would I do that? References, insert citation. And we're going to choose, since I have the source information right now, we'll choose add a new source. Type of source, choose that to be the website. Website. And now the information I have. Oh, we don't have an author. Let's put author unknown. Name of web page. I guess I'll say Emmaus Bible College. Year 2023. Month October. And I'm not going to be fussy if you choose the full name or the abbreviation. The day, the 11th. Or actually, that's when it was created. Sorry, I got that wrong. It's 2022, January 1. January 1. The day access, the year access will be 2023. Month October, and day 11th. And the medium, it's kind of confusing why, if it's a web page, why would you show medium? Let's just choose web. Now, it doesn't matter right now whether we've chosen MLA, but it'd be good to come back and make sure that we are choosing the required. Let's just assume MLA if you haven't been told. If you've been given a particular style, remember if we choose that, it will automatically change my already inserted citation into the proper format for that particular style. But MLA if it isn't specified. Now, let's do the bibliography at the end of the document. So let's just go down to the end of our document, to the very end, and I'm going to insert a bibliography. Remember how that's done? Is it under Insert? No. Good place to look. No, it's under References. Here's my bibliography. Since I told you what to do, you don't have to put in a title. You can just use the bibliography built in, and there is my bibliography in MLA style according to Microsoft's definition of MLA style, following the design of this document. So you can see that got a heading 1 style, and that got just a normal, looks like normal text. It's formatted for me. If I ever change my citation, I can come back here and update my bibliography. Now let's see, anything else? Oh, can't forget this. You need to know that footnotes and footers are different. So let's practice that. Let's put insert a footnote containing your name. That is not a footer. How do you do footnote? References, footnote. Not the same as footer. Footnote, and I'll pop in here, this is John Smart in the footnote. Now let's do footers, and let's go footer, insert, how about today's date and page number in the footer. Couple ways to get to the footer. It's good to know, and depending on how experienced you are, if you don't remember how to do it, I'm going to do the menu way and then the click way. The menu way is insert, footer, and you can do edit footer or built-in blank. I'm going to go ahead and do edit footer, and it pops me down into the footer and shows my insertion point right there. And I was asked to put today's date and page number. So today's date, well, that would be, I could either type it in or go to insert date, where's the date? Date and time, and choose date and time. If I ever wanted to, I could have it automatically update, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to tab a few times and insert the page number by going to insert. Where's my page number? There, page number, and we'll put at current position, plain number. Actually, I kind of like the word page. We'll do page with an accent bar, page 2. So date and page number in the footer. Now remember, I can also get to the footer by just going to a page that has the footer on it and just double click at the bottom of the page, and it puts me into the footer, and I could have edited it that way as well. So double clicking in the footer or going to insert footer. Double click to go back to normal text. If I ever do insert footer, since the footer is already there, let's edit the current footer, and it pops me into editing the footer. Same thing in the header. Let's put in, how about in the header, and I'll go back to instructions here. Let's do this class name in the header. That'll be cs101. How do I get to the header? Again, I can go to insert header, edit header, or try blank, and it pops a placeholder there for me to type in, and we'll put in cs101 fundamentals of computing. Double click to edit the header, double click in the normal text to edit the normal text. If it's blank, I can still double click in there and edit it. I can do all the things I could do in a regular text, aligning things. I could center align. Anything I want to do, I can do in the header. Suppose I wanted it center aligned. Double click back in the normal text, and let's see if there's anything else. Oh, let's insert a table. Let's do a 13 by 3, 13 column by 3 row table. This is more of the basic things, definitely covered in the introduction in the textbook. Insert, table, and Uh-oh, it only goes 10 by 8 if I select through those boxes. So I purposely gave you larger than what you could get here. So you have to go to Insert Table here to get the 13 column by 3 row. Don't mix up rows and columns. You'll lose a few points if you mix up rows and columns. And click OK. There is my inserted table. Now you'll be asked to insert some other things, or they may be there already. Remember, you can always go to Insert Picture, and you get an online picture. Let's try an insert picture of, let's do a autumn picture. And insert any picture. And maybe give it a specific size of, how about only 2 inches tall. And applying any effect to that picture. And let's also do something we covered in our last project. Let's do word art containing your name. Insert word art. Where's my word art? There's my word art. And choose any word art, and let's put my name in there, John Smart. And spell things right. Now word art, it looks like it's automatically giving me the layout option that it can sit anywhere. It's not causing text to wrap around it. Suppose I want to apply a style to my word art. Remember, I can go to Shape Format and Text Style, Shape Effects. Here's my word art style. I can choose lots of cool word art styles to apply to word art. One of the last things we did in our last project, you could apply a word art style. And just to do one last thing here, and then we'll go to the PowerPoint part. You want to be able to know how to insert a floating text box. Insert a floating text box. Remember how we could do a shaded paragraph, but text boxes were much better? Let's go to Insert, Text Box, and let's try doing the Draw a Text Box. I get the crosshairs, and I can draw that text box. And this is a floating text box. Wonderful thing about floating text box, by default, they are wrapped behind the text. That means that they are independent of any other text on the page. If you choose a wrapping of square or tight, the text nearby will be wrapped around your box, which sometimes you want that effect, but sometimes you want to just be independent of everything else on the page, and that's why I call it a floating text box. And you could apply any styles to that shape with shape effects to that text box. All right, that's the harder stuff. You'll be given some basic stuff like underline, italicize, correct spellings, basic things. Remember the dotted leaders of a paragraph. Remember, if it's in a section, multiple columns will apply to just that section. I think we have most things covered there. Now let's go do some PowerPoint practice. So put that aside, and now let's prop up PowerPoint and do some of the basic things. You'll be given instructions in PowerPoint, what to create. You'll be doing it from scratch. So we'll start with a blank PowerPoint. And you'll be asked to give it a title. So let's put our name in our title. The instructions will say something like, enter your name in the title, date in the subtitle, or class cs101, section 2, or whatever section you're in. And of course, one of the first things you want to do is apply some design template. So let's choose a design template. You'll be given the name of a template. Let's go ahead and choose, which one is this? Parallax. So we applied the parallax template. We'll make this slide a title with content. So let's change the format of that to a layout of title and content. Oh, I guess that is title and content. Yep, that is title and content. And you'll have some item, some subject. You'll be given some subject. We'll call it information page 1. And let's go ahead and insert a image. And we'll choose autumn. See what we get for autumn. Insert. Apply some formatting to that, some picture effects. Let's go with a 3D. I like the 3D. So choose some 3D rotation. Page 2. Item 2. Let's see. Let's do some bulleted items. Bulleted text. Bullet item 1. Bullet item 2. Now again, this is more about you knowing how to format things and come up with super special content. You'll be given a topic and asked to give 3 pieces of information about it. The important thing is we want to animate the bullets. How do I do that? I select my text box containing my placeholder containing those bulleted items, animations, and I choose the animation for those bulleted items. It will be a appearance animation, and there's multiple appearances to choose from. If you're given specific information, I'll go fade. And the default effect option for bulleted items is to bring them in one at a time. So animate bulleted items. In this case, we did a fade in by paragraph, which is the default. We'll give it another page. We'll do some animation practice. There'll be other things that you will be expected to know, transitions and things. I'm not going to go over transitions, but you'll be asked to do transitions. Let's do our animation practice, and then we will modify our master slide. So let's do animation practice first. So let's bring in a few shapes. Animation practice with shapes. Since it's such a common thing to do and really can give you good effects on your PowerPoint, let's go and bring in some shapes. And I'll do some shapes, just do some plain shapes. Let's do a lightning bolt. Bring in another shape. Let's bring in a triangle. And another shape of we'll do an oval. Again, these will be in the instructions, but it'll be up to you to bring in the shapes. How about we'll have all shapes appear at once? Now I'm just giving you examples. You might not have the same requirements, but if you're asked to have all shapes appear at once, the easiest way to do that is to select them. Select one, shift select the next one, shift select the next one, and animation. I can add or cause this animation from none to be one of the entrance animations, the green entrance animations. And let's choose grow and turn. That's exciting. So all shapes are appearing at once. I will see that with a 1 next to each one of them. Remember, the animation pane will also show you they're all appearing on that click. Now let's add something else to that. Let's have triangle exit on next click. All right. So if I want the triangle to now exit the next click of my presentation, I select the triangle, and don't do this. Most people, a lot of people will say, oh, I want an exit animation. They'll come and change this existing animation. No, 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 don't do that. You want to add a new animation. Don't change the one you had. Do add animation for the triangle and choose an exit animation. And we'll make him will make him bounce out. And now I see that the second click is an exit bounce out. It still has the entrance animation on one like all of them do. I can test this by playing my slide. Click, they all appear at once. The next click anywhere on the page, the triangle exits. Now, let's add another. This will be in the instructions again. Let's have lightning bolt make a zapping sound, electrical sound when clicked. And let's see if I can bring this to the front here just to make it. Oh, I'm going to bring that to the front. Arrange, bring to front. There we go. Lightning bolt, make an electrical sound when clicked. Now the problem is I brought that text to the front. Now it won't let me click on the lightning bolt unless I move him. So have the lightning bolt make an electrical sound when clicked. Well, how do I do that? Animations. I don't want to change his entrance. I want to, again, add an animation. To have an animation associated with a sound, I need an emphasis animation. And let's just choose a pulse for an emphasis animation. Remember, I'm choosing add, not change the existing. Add a pulse. Now, how do I make that happen when he is clicked? Right now, it happens on the third click of the page. Remember, that is the trigger thingamabob right up there. Trigger on click of lightning bolt. That allows me to have that animation, that emphasis animation, will play whenever I click on the lightning bolt. Trigger on click of lightning bolt. Now, I see a little lightning bolt appear there. In my animation pane, I see that's separately listed under the trigger section. And if I play the slide, I see they appear, and anytime now I hover over the lightning bolt, I get the two finger, the emphasis animation. But I am not yet playing the sound. How do I get the sound to play? I go to my animations, and I have that selected. I can go to my effect options here, and here's where I can give him a sound of the voltage. Or if I'm showing the animation panel, I can come to here and go to effect options and change the sound there. So the effect options here or here takes me to that ability to play a sound with that animation. And of course you can do that with any animation. Any animation selected, you can go to his effect options and you can decide to play a sound with that. Last thing to do here, well, one of the last things to do, we may have time to do more other things, is to edit the master slide. And you know what, I'm going to put this in my notes on the first page. I'm going to edit my notes here. Remember how I can edit the notes? Click on notes here. It shows me the notes. And I'm going to put my name, put your name, in the master slide. In the master slide as word art. I can't increase the size of that text. Master slide. It's important to know how to do your master slide. How do I get to the master slide? View, slide master. View, slide master. View slide master, and always go to the very top, very master slide. That's the best one to go to, especially if you want something to appear on every slide. Slide master, and now while I'm on the slide master, I can go to insert word art, and I'll choose a style of word art and put in my name, John Smart. I can choose the style of that to be whatever I want. I can choose a built-in style. I can choose any kind of transform I like. I can place that anywhere on the page. And because I am putting it on the master slide, it will appear on every slide. I think except for the title, because the title has specific don't show on the title slide. I can go back to view and close master view, or just go to normal view, and I'll see that special word art appearing on every slide. Remember how I got there? View, slide master, very top, master slide. And that's a kind of a weird text effects. I can always change that. Let's see anything else that is a little more challenging here. Let's see what we did. Let's see. Master slide. Bulleted lists. Edit the master slide. Close the master slide. Go back to normal view. Adding notes. Remember, every page can have its own notes. Oh, let's do one thing. Let's bring in a video clip. Remember how we edited a video clip? Edited video clip. Let's bring in a video clip using the standard insert video, and let's does it let me go online? Oh, the placeholder requires a file. Let's go to insert media video. Let's go for online videos here. And now let's choose autumn. See if there's an autumn video. Oh, it wants an address for the online video. Can't I search for online video? Oh, I guess let's try stock videos. Let's try stock video. Now let's try autumn. There we go. Let's try autumn. There we go. I have a video, an autumn video. Let's just play that and see what it shows. Okay, leaves falling. Okay, exit. Exit. Come on. Well, let me exit. I'm stuck in my video. And down arrow. And show. Okay. Now let's edit that media, selecting it, and go to video playback. Let's change our trim of that video. It's kind of long. Let's trim it from 8 seconds, and let's just get the one little leaf falling. So be able to trim a video, and then click OK. And it's not supposed to be playing full screen. Let's play on click. And here it said loop until stopped. Let's have it play just once. And now view the slide. There's my video. It's taking up my full screen, and I click. It should play just once and be done. And it does let me escape now. It is going full screen. I could adjust the size of that and have it play inside of a graphic, choosing some video effect or some built-in video effect. And there I have the capability of playing videos. That is a quick run through of the practice for the midterm, being able to do that kind of thing in PowerPoint. And we are done. So with all this practice, you can review this. Of course, review what's in the textbook, what you did on your 6 projects. Any of those things are valid task in the project, but I'm trying to design them so it won't take you forever. But I will let you stay a little bit after. But the aim is that you could finish this within the class hour. Yes?
Do we have to save these?
No, you don't have to save or upload these. And it is recorded if you want to go back and watch anything.